In this video we're going to learn how to do a step over drill, which is really useful for helping you to run faster by reacting quicker off the floor on each step. Back in the 90s I was first introduced to the idea of the importance of dorsiflexion for an athlete. To that point, in my first 10 years or so in the sport, this hadn't been mentioned, even though I'd had several coaches who were highly knowledgeable. It came as a revelation and has influenced much of the running technique and the development of energy return in athletes over the years. This is the very first exercise I was shown to work on this part of the running cycle. Put simply, we are trying to step up and over our ankle bone on each step. As with many of our drills, the aim is to land and take off from the midfoot, which is essentially the ball of our foot. There will be a certain amount of plantar flexion on takeoff, although in the athlete's mind's eye, the aim will be to keep the foot fairly parallel with the ground throughout the action. As we take off, the aim is to pull the toes up, or more specifically to flex the ankle, as we don't want to be curling our toes upwards from our foot, and lift the foot up and over the opposite ankle so that it is parallel to the floor when we reach the top of the cycle. Once past there, we bring it back down to the floor again, just lowering the forefoot very slightly more than the heel so we can land on it and not on a flat foot. However, if you are wearing trainers with a significant height difference between the heel and toe, it might look like you're landing flat-footed to the observer. This is a drill where it is vital to get the technique right, so start slowly and gradually increase the speed. I remember dorsiflexion being shouted at me and others in the group I was in a lot as we learnt it. Initially, we complete this drill as described by just lifting up and over the opposite ankle. However, once mastered, we can lift our feet higher with the aim of stepping over a higher height, for example midway up the calf muscle, or over the opposite knee, something which we will often try to instill into athletes in the fourth sprinting action as well. One way to think about this can be to imagine stepping over a stick or a knife that is protruding from the other leg, and if you don't do it properly, particularly in terms of dorsiflexion, then you'll end up tripping up or chopping your toes off. Not only is it a good drill for technique, but it's also a good conditioning drill, particularly when we're lifting our foot a little higher up on our opposite leg. Having learned to do the step over drill, there are many other drills that can help you with both of your strength and conditioning and your running technique. The running technique developed in step overs is part of the action, and we have many more videos to help you with the other parts.